We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
The commander is here.
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out.
Oh, I can.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I'm your host, DZ. If you would hit that like button, it would appease me. How are we doing today? Today is May 11th. It is 11:33 a.m., 33 seconds, 33 degrees. Over to my right, we have Tim Bo Slice on the ones and twos.
What up?
TA Tim, how's it going?
What up? What up? Day 2, chief button officer, pressing officer, actually.
Okay.
I think it's going
Pressing
swell.
buttons, not pressing anything else.
That's the goal, yes.
All right, Crypto Stevo, thank you very much. How are we doing? Welcome to DZ Crypto, home of the D Squad. I wouldn't go that far. Thank you, though. It's too many things can go in a wrong direction with that name. All right, this is definitely the Bit Squad. How are we all doing today? Trade for Milady. I am staying away from that thing. I don't buy Wix, typically speaking. So yeah, I'm not gonna FOMO in after Elon. That just seems like a losing strategy. Did you not learn anything from Doge, people? Did you not learn anything from Doge? All right, let's get right into the show. Wait a minute, Tim.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today? How's it feeling your second day in the corner?
It is feeling amazing. As one of my good friends would say, I'm feeling better than I deserve.
They say you look like a gold prospector. Do you have a gold prospector vibe going on today?
I'm more of a Bitcoin fan, actually, DZ. I'm not a gold bug. So
Okay, so you're not
yeah.
scraping, ravines and dirt that's in a creek. You're scraping the interwebs, ones and zeros for
that's it. That's
Satoshis.
right on the nail. You hit that nail right on the head, actually.
All right, that's how we do it around here. How are we all doing today? It's a great day. Make sure you are subbed to the channel. If you are not, you look right here. You'll see the subscribed button, so make sure that says subscribed. Go check out some of our latest videos. We talk about the lies from SVB. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. 41,200. I haven't even checked lately, but guys, we're getting up closer and closer to 50K. 50K would feel tremendous. So if you want to follow me there, you can also see the Vimeo link, the ATB Daily link. I need to the Vimeo website link and the Vimeo Twitter link and the Junkies link and the filter link. So all the good stuff right there. What else? What am I missing? I need to maybe get Basement on there.
Yeah.
Anything else? Who else could I throw up on there?
You could throw me up on there.
Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you see me working with TA Tim in the corner.
I feel like that will grow your Twitter by like 1 million, I think.
All right, Riaz, probably not going to get, I did say Tom, get into Tom, maybe. I said maybe. I don't think, I'm honestly staying away from, I'm in too many memes, and so I'm just trying to consolidate to my 2 favorites. Maybe I'll tell you my 2 favorites, one on ETH, one on Cardano, just currently. So I'm not YOLOing in, following you guys. I'd have to look at the chart. It's probably way up from yesterday. So don't typically like to buy Wix, like I say. But if you like to buy some cool stuff, go to hitmerch.com. This mug has been stolen. I am looking for this around the blockchain mug. It is a blue rim, not an orange rim. I don't know where it's at. Someone stole it in the office. I was looking in the dishwasher. I was looking in the cabinets. I was looking in the offices. Started checking. You know what I'm looking now? I'm going to start looking inside people's vehicles. I think someone stole it. So really cool merch. Stealable merch.
My money's on AJ.
Money's on AJ. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm a San Francisco department store. You know, people just coming in and ransacking me, and there's no downside to it. Put DZ on the thumbnail. No, we want people to click on this. So no, we're going to avoid that strategy. Probably. We've seen it doesn't work for ATB. Hey, speaking of ATB, guys, surely make sure you are following ATB Daily. Really would appreciate that, guys. We're only at 3671 there. So if you got your phone handy, maybe go give them a follow there. All right. We have Bitcoin Miami imminently. People are leaving less than a week from now. People are leaving, what, 3 days from now, 4 days from now?
Yeah. I'm leaving early on Monday morning.
Have you been there
drive?
Before? You were there last year?
I was
there last year. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a little busy, but that's because everyone's there. So if you want to hang out with any influencer, anybody, see people in chat, some of your friends, you want to hang around like-minded individuals, Bitcoin Miami is the biggest by far crypto conference out there, and we have a little code, right, where you can maybe get a deal. Is that already over? Is it too late? I know we gave away some, but yeah, if you want to check it out, we have the tickets. You can see the tickets, bitcoinmagazine.com. So this is their conference here. After party, you're going to want to go to the after party. General admission is up there, folks. It is definitely up there. So, hey, maybe the winner of the tickets are in the chat right now. That would be pretty cool.
Very, very nice.
Bring sunscreen. It's going to be that Miami sun. It's a little rough, and be careful. Traffic sucks. So just plan ahead. Even if it's 10:45, plan for traffic. Welcome to Miami. The city does not sleep. I'm a early riser. I don't even use an alarm. And when I'm walking around, it's 10 p.m. and people are eating their appetizers at the restaurant. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this city? I'm just an old man these days. Night guy or morning guy? What about you, Tim?
I am a morning guy. Like I'm looking forward to the conference. What I'm not looking forward to is the late night parties. I'm going to find out which ones I need to go to, which ones I don't need to go to, because I like to go to bed, DZ, by like 10 p.m. because I like to wake up early. I get up early about 5:30, 6 o'clock usually.
Do you have an alarm?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so I wake up without an alarm, so I just like to wake up naturally. I naturally wake up around 7 a.m.
You like sunlight to wake you up?
Well, I have blackout curtains, but just that little bit will still wake me up. Even if I wear an eye mask, I'm still going to wake up. Yeah, so, hey, man, next step, eliminate your alarm. See what time you wake up naturally. I bet it might be within 5 minutes of your alarm.
So I put an alarm, but for some reason, I don't know if anyone else's brain does this. If I put an alarm for 5:30, my brain wakes me up at 5:25. If I put an alarm for 6 a.m.
Mine does the same. But here's the thing. Here's my theory I'm throwing out to you.
Yeah.
Your body wants to, or like your brain wants to wake up at 6:30. Whether or not you have an alarm, your body will wake you up at 6:25. Whether or not you have an alarm. So maybe try it without. And maybe you get that nice relax. You don't get the no one likes that.
Which would you prefer me to do, DZ? Do you want me to start buying meme coins, or do you want me to start waking up without an alarm? I can only do one at a time.
Meme coins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I want you to make some life-changing gains here.
There we go.
All right. Let's get into the coin market cap, folks. Where are we at? It is down slightly, down 0.6%. Not the end of the world. $1.18 trillion. 24-hour volume is up yesterday, coming in at 47 billion. Now we are up to 60. Seeing a nice little increase there of 13 billion. Dominance at 45% for Bitcoin, 18.6 for Ethereum. Not much has changed there. But gas, you could breathe a sigh of relief. We're under 100, but still tremendously high, coming in at 86. I think we're at 160. DZ wants Tim to buy. Don't buy ladies. Don't buy lady coins. I mean, I don't know. I typically don't like to buy 15,000% pumps. Do you like to YOLO in after a 15,000% pump? No. What typically happens after that? I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying typically what happens after that.
You know what? We talked about this with DZ Wisdom yesterday, and I can't wait for the DZ Wisdom at the end, but that is just never...
Oh, God, I don't have one. I'm going to have to make one up. All right, let's get... It's off the top of the dome, folks. It's off the top of the dome. I ain't got no hair, so something has to come from there. All right, Bitcoin down 0.7%, 27,475. Ethereum down 1.2% at 1826 right now. But we do have some things on the rise here. We have BNB slightly up. We have Cardano slightly up. Someone was typing, what's the deal with Cardano? I think it's relatively overperforming compared to the rest of the market right now, so no serious complaints. But if you look at that weekly, it is down 8.3%, much worse than Bitcoin's 5.8 and Ethereum's 4.2. Solana down slightly, Dogecoin down slightly, Polygon down slightly. New Meta, maybe, I don't know. I'm still riding that deer in the forest here. We have Litecoin up. I know who's happy about that, Mr. Crown. We have Polkadot up 1% as well. Tron down slightly. All right. Oh, wait. We had a little more green. That is Uniswap. Uniswap is on the way up there. I don't know what's up with that coin. Still have a not giant. I have a bag from like 2020, 2021. Not really going anywhere. Wrote that thing down. I hate seeing that red number next to it because definitely probably bought more in 2021 than I should have. So Uniswap, I don't know. Do you think Uniswap will have a second pop, the second bull run?
I don't know. Uniswap is not one that I necessarily pay attention to the price action of it, but I would think so. I think the use case is still there. I think we're just in a place where not a lot's happening right now. So
Tim, what happened to the turtle dude and the bald guy? Is that like me and Mitch McConnell? What are they talking about?
The turtle dude would be Smay. Smaynold. At one point, he was even
not Mitch McConnell.
We called him the son of BitBoy. But Ben didn't claim him, so it was
sometimes you got to get Maury involved, you know.
True.
And you are not the person that refused to hit the like button because you did hit the like button. Where are we at on the likes?
Where are we at the likes? I don't even know. I don't know. What 389. There we go.
I was trying to set up a spit take. I'm sitting there, gulp, and then you said I don't know, so I put the cup down. Then you say 389. Come on. All right,
if you want to spit, you can still
look.
Spit,
we're trying to play jazz right now, and right now I feel like I'm the opening scene of Whiplash. It's not my tempo. All right, that was a very obscure reference there. That was for Nick Demondi. All right, let's see. BitGet token. These are the top gainers in the top 100 coins of all the cryptocurrency market cap right now, except for 1 or 2 coins that aren't listed. I'm not going to say anything here. BitGet token up 6%. Cosmos, aka Adam, up 4.5%. I know a lot of people like trading that one. We have GMX, another exchange token on the way up. Uniswap, an exchange token. Kava up 2.9%. The Graph, guys, we were talking about the Graph, and hey, your $100 is now worth $102. Wait a minute, there's a Coinbase fee. It's worth $97. We have Litecoin up slightly. Mina, hey, again, still up, but look at that weekly. It is down 12.6%, so I wouldn't celebrate just yet. Quant, also one I have a little bag of, up. KCS, another one I have a little bag of. That's one I should maybe There you go. There you go. Yep. Not my tempo. Not my tempo here. Let's hit max on KCS. I'm worrying about this because it is an exchange that I like, but man, I wish I could have got in around here. I wish I was using, I don't think I was using KuCoin yet. I think I started using KuCoin probably the spring of 21. Oh, that would have been nice to get in around there though. But yeah, this, I just like that exchange here. All right, let's see. Coin market cap. All right, what do we, we have the BitGet PEPE giveaway from BitGet BitBoy. $5,000. It's not all going to one person. 250 people. We get $5 to $20 worth. So hey, first come, first serve. Get in there. There's still some allotments.
Yeah, that's what I was checking on today. I don't know yet.
We're not sure, so we just want to be safe.
Hopefully
we just want to make sure, just in case there is a slot or 2 left. But we do have who do we have on the charts today? Is it are we getting tatted up?
It is the day number 2 of
all right.
Tim
Tat
Boy
me
Crypto
up
Takeover.
like an Aerosmith video.
What?
Another old reference. I'm sorry, DZ the Boomer. There's a song with Alicia Silverstone starred in the music video. Look, anyways, all right. I digress. The real ones know.
So another thing that's going to have to happen is this camera fix because DZ's a giant, and you're spilling water on the desk.
Well, that was for the spit.
You're not supposed to spit on the desk, DZ. You're supposed to.
Who said that came from my mouth?
There's stains on the carpet over here from other spit takes, so that's the designated spot for sure. What's up, everybody? I'm glad to be back here. Day number 2. We're very sad not to have Frankie here with us, but he's still here in heart. Go get one of these hats. These are dope hats. There's like 4 different options of these, and I think Frankie hats are going to take over for sure. Where is my?
I'm rocking mine. Check it out. I got the cool one, the blue and the tan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wanted that one. All the ones they had were already promised to somebody else. So, bummer.
Yep.
Let's take a look what's happening over here on the charts today. Got a lot happening here. You guys know I use, again, every technical analyst has their indicator of choice. For me, I love Chart Prime. Love what it does for me. But 12-hour chart, we talked about the support level. Technically speaking, we're still holding tight there, but the question is, will we lose it? There's some other levels that I want to take a look at. You guys know yesterday I talked about, did a lot of more macro TA. Today we're going to focus more micro. We're going to focus now on the here and now and a couple different coins. We're still holding strong. There's a couple different levels of support that are pretty good levels of support. One of them being really where we are right now, 27,180, 27,200. That's the bottom of this yellow zone. I've had drawn for a little bit. It was the wick that we had back here. What date was this? April 3rd. Is it April 3rd or is that April? Yes, April 3rd. So April 3rd, we came down wick down there, and that box has been pretty nice, but we do have a couple wicks. What I noticed this morning, I think I had this drawn yesterday, but we are coming down. Do not be surprised if we do come back down to this blue level, this falling level of support. We are breaking out of our ascending trading channel we discussed yesterday during technical analysis. So what we're looking for here to confirm, it's not necessarily over. I'm still leaning towards, despite the fact that price is down, I'm still a longer term in the next couple of weeks. I'm still a bull. I still think there's a lot of things that are happening that send Bitcoin to the upside. However, having broken support, what we're looking at here, guys, if the bears are going to win this, we need to see several candles on the 4-hour chart close to confirm it. You guys can see on this trading channel, we're going back, discussed it yesterday. We broke above resistance, hovered for a little bit, but came back in and then retreated that resistance as strong resistance. So same thing with support. Despite the fact that you hate to see the price drop below, what we're looking for is one of 2 things. If the bulls want to gain the strength back, they're going to need to go and break back up above the blue line, then come back down and retreat it. Well, retreat treat it as support and then bounce to the upside. However, if the bears want to defend this point, do not be surprised and watch if we hit this level of support, come back up and treat this former support level as resistance. There's nothing more disrespectful than turning a line into the opposite of what it started out as. So keep an eye out for that. But on this more, looking at the new formation we kind of have forming here, it is a little bit of a falling wedge. Got a lot still to cover there. Got a lot of time we can still run, but I got these two different lines of resistance. Get you some more TA alpha for anyone who's new, anyone who's learning. There's nothing special about straight lines in technical analysis. Really, it's all about zones. So you'll see a lot of analysts kind of use this thing where you create one line and then you clone it and you create yourself a nice little zone. There's a couple ways of doing it. But just in case you guys are wondering, just because price drops, we see wicks or one candle below a line or above a resistance line, does not mean it's over. It's all about zones. And at the moment, we still have a zone of resistance sitting up here with a falling level of support. But when it comes to flat levels, we discussed this yesterday, and Frankie has been very adamant, and he's been awesome with this. Look back at this wick we had back here in March on the 27th, 28th, somewhere in that range. That wick that came all the way down to about 26.5. Not only do we have a support level with that wick, it's also the resistance we had back here over on March 14th. So that's another flat level. If we lose that level, I do think the bears could potentially pick up some steam and get us down to that 25,200. However, when you zoom out and you look at, man, I went the wrong way. When you zoom out and you look at what has happened over this bear market bottom, anytime, any price that we stay above 25,200, guys, the bulls are still in control. It's when we lose 25.2 that it becomes a problem. And a lot of people are looking at this. I know Frankie discussed this the other day. We'll look at this. I'm going to get rid of my predicted reversals down. Love those, but just kind of, they sometimes block up the screen here a little bit. We are still looking at a potential head and shoulders pattern. A lot of people draw this differently. This is how I have it drawn for you guys. We have our left shoulder over here. We have our head. And then even though it's kind of confusing, we got a weird hump on this old right shoulder, but that would still count as a shoulder. This level of support we have would be the neckline. And this would give us a price prediction going to the top of the head all the way down to that neckline, breaking out. Ooh, there we go. Come on now. Come with me, line. PCs, Macs are superior, but this mouse is a PC mouse, and it does the opposite. This would give us a price prediction, guys, that would bring us down to about 22.9, 22.8, somewhere in that region. So even though I'm still leaning bullish, I think a lot of people are still leaning bullish. You don't want to completely disregard the bearish technicals. You want to be prepared for them. And I do believe if we break 25.2 and we go to the downside, I'm going to probably be shifting my thoughts about what the market is doing, because that would be a massive blow to what the bulls have built over the last couple of weeks. However, there's another thing that I'm noticing here, and it's actually down on the Dixie chart that is a little alarming. We discussed this yesterday, but look at what we have going on right now. Again, it's just one candle, so we want to see this have a lot more, but the Dixie is breaking out of long-term resistance. When we zoom in here to the 4-hour, we're seeing us break through that zone of resistance, and this is not necessarily the end, but it's something to keep an eye on. Now we're starting to look back at flat levels of resistance. After a long time of just setting lower highs, lower lows, we're seeing a spot that's like, all right, is Dixie finding its bottom right here at about $100? And does it want to kind of flatten out? So keep your eyes when you're looking at this, guys. Look at some of these last levels of resistance. We're looking up here at 101.97. And of course, we have on the Fibonacci, I believe, if I were to zoom out, go back out the daily chart, that's the point. What is that? Why is my Fibonacci so wide on this? That's a colossal mistake. Let me go to the weekly chart. Dang.
That's a big
one. Scoot this over. Yeah, there's no point. I don't know why I put it that far away. That's the 0.5 level right there, guys. So that's the next level of resistance to watch. When you're looking at the news and you're looking at all of the fundamentals, there's no reason why the Dixie should be climbing. I still think, again, this is more of a fake out move before real bullish nature comes. But again, you should always prepare yourself for a bullish scenario, a bearish scenario. Have your trading plan, keep it in line, and then when it breaks, you have your levels of, if price hits this level, my plan is done. If price goes below this level, my plan is done. You're gonna want to have that for everything. And right now, Bitcoin is still sitting in a spot. As long as it stays above 26.5 and 25.2, I'm still leaning bullish. My plan is still waiting for further move to the upside. Now, I do want to address something else, right? Because I've heard this said by a couple different people, and I might even have heard Frankie say this, and it is something that we want to be prepared for. But Going to drop a little bit more alpha here. When we talk about fixed range volume profile, we're looking at this gap. This is something a lot of analysts have talked about. What we're currently sitting on, we have a little bit further to go. And then right here, if we were to break that 26.5, 26.6, there's a volume gap right here that would take us all the way down here towards 25.2. And then, of course, we start to pick up some more. This is the same gap we discussed that we could climb through quickly if we broke through. Here's what you want to know about these gaps. If we get a massive amount of volume confirming, then we're good. We can break through this gap. We can go to the upside. But I was talking with AJ, I think, this morning. Sometimes a lot of people expect that just because you have a low volume gap that you're just going to blow right on through the entire thing. You're going to fall to the next level where volume comes back into play. And this is actually not the case. A lot of times you're actually going to find that the two strongest levels of support and resistance are the peaks. You're going to see peaks be very much resistance, but you're also going to see sometimes the valley. When the valley begins to form, a lot of times it's like this sticking point. Like the way I like to teach it and think about it is that cars drive up mountains and down mountains. But when you come down to a mountain, you get to the very bottom of the mountain. If you've been driving down, go back to my face here, Drew. If you drove down the mountain and then that mountain curves back up, that's not, the car's gonna get stuck in that little valley and it's gotta get a new momentum to get it to go through. That's gonna be volume. We're gonna look for go back to my screen now. Yeah. You're gonna wanna see the volume uptick on what we would call the horizontal volume. This is what I love about these things. You got our vertical volume that tells us what price levels have the most, and then we have our horizontal that tells us the time. If we're going to, if we come down here to this 26.5, do not be surprised if not only from the flat level of support we already have, but the fact that that's the beginning of the valley, that could be a very strong support level. But if we see volume start to come in and the price starts to break below 26.5, then we could say, all right, it's going to be an easy run all the way back down to 25.2. So keep your eyes on that. That is something we definitely want to be watching for. Last thing I'll do here, fixed range volume. Let's go back to the dip we had here and look at where our point of control, value area high, and everything else is. Let's go back all the way to March dip and see what we have here. You guys see currently where we bounced right off of the value area low, could not get really above. We wicked above, but we could not confidently get back above the point of control. So this is going to be something important. The bears, they're going to want to beat this value area low. The bulls, they really need to get it back above this point of control and start pushing back to the value area high up here at $30,000. That's what we need to see happen over the next little bit. Bitcoin, again, just ranging this morning. We've been as high as 27.6. We've been as low as 27,000. Kind of a little mid-range volatility day. So a lot could still happen. Prepare yourself for both directions. Now, I heard someone mention Cardano earlier. What's happening with Cardano?
Yeah, lots of people are wondering.
So part of the thing with Cardano, the reason why it didn't necessarily have as bad of a morning as some of the others is because it already was having a bad week. You know, Cardano's, we talked about this yesterday, Bitcoin sitting there around the 0.382 level on Fibonacci, Ethereum sitting closer to 0.5. We got Cardano back here down to the golden pocket. You can go back to my screen here. But this is where there's actually some good hope here for Cardano. I'll give a scenario for what could happen down below. There is support down below us. But for right now, the combination of this golden pocket mixed with this falling wedge pattern that we are in with falling levels of resistance and support, but they are converging. Traditionally, this could be a break to the upside. This would not, if we do not play this out, though, I will say it would not be the first time a falling wedge pattern on Cardano doesn't break our heart. We've seen it happen before, but I'm going to stick with the TA as long as we can. A level back up to the 0.236 at 42 cents, if we get any type of bullish momentum, is the next level to be watching for on Cardano. And I also believe, pulling up our oscillators, we're seeing it's not just that it just got overextended, it's been overextended. Let's go back out to the daily chart and the 12-hour chart. Yeah, so we just had a green arrow come in, a reversal arrow come in and flash, where our RSI is not necessarily down all the way to 30, but the RSI is low and we're getting close. If it keeps dropping, would not be surprised to see that RSI keep dropping faster than the price action and we get some bullish divergence. What I will say, there's two different levels if the bears come in and start to push. The first one is going to be probably sitting right there at about 34 cents. Let's pull up, let's get rid of our Fibonacci for just a second, just so we have as much clarity as possible on the screen. And let's pull up our fixed range volume profile. You got to click it first, though. That's another key to technical analysis. Click your buttons.
It is.
Our value area low is sitting right here at about 34, 33 cents. So that could be another level of support. We don't want to see it get down that low. That would take out this falling wedge. That would send us back down, pulling back up our Fibonacci levels. That would send us back down to what we call the platinum pocket. And I did a little bit of analysis on this yesterday, telling you guys listen, if you only retrace to 0.236, 0.382, or 0.5, the bulls, they're still in control. When you hit the golden pocket, it's kind of like, all right, let's see who wins this. When you retrace all the way back down to the platinum pocket, the 0.786 down to 0.887, even though that probably will be a support level and you'll probably see a bounce. We actually saw this happen on PEPE the other day. If you bounce below, do not be surprised to see the price come down into the platinum pocket, reverse back up, and then turn the golden pocket into resistance, starting downward movements. Again, I don't think that that's going to happen, but it is what you need to prepare for if we do see Cardano's price come down here to 33, 34 cents, hitting that platinum pocket. That is a sign that the bears are more in control than the bulls. I think that is all that I have for right now, but thank you so much for listening, and I will be seeing you here in a couple seconds back on the board.
All right. 1, 2. Oh, back here. Okay. Oh, 1, 2. All right, everybody, let's get right into the show. We are already at noon, so let's get right into the headlines. And if you haven't hit that like button, please just do it already. It doesn't cost you anything. Tim, you're freaking leaking all over this desk, man. That was clearly you, not me. All right, Bitcoin fees, everybody, they're plummeting as they recovered from the U.S. government scare. Yeah, that dip, it looked like the government sold a nice chunk of their Bitcoin. I think it was around it was several percentage points there. It's not subject to U.S. government selling this week, analysis shows, but price action remains pressured. They're saying, hey, it was not being sold. What's real? What's fake? We don't know. It struggled to recover from fresh losses this morning as a false alarm over the government sales spooked the markets. You can see that very, very scary candle right there. Data from Cointelegraph and TradingView showed it was circling around 27,400 at the time of writing. I saw a flash sell-off the day prior, briefly taking it below 27,000 to 26,850 after claims of confiscated Bitcoin held by the U.S. government was being sold off. That was subsequently disproved, but for already sensitive crypto markets, the damage was done. Glassnode not showing any decline in the U.S. government's Bitcoin balance. Just one of those FUD stories that spread very quickly. Fellow trader and Bessa also confirmed he was looking for further downside, focusing on the target zone of $25,000. Next block Bitcoin fee dips under $2. But for the silver lining for the Bitcoiners, the past 24 hours saw a major shift in on-chain transaction fees, these deflating after they reached levels that had caused a widespread uproar. 24 hours, the average fees paid per block had returned to 1.0 Bitcoin per block. Imagine arguing to change Bitcoin rules for a short-term fee spike due to people using the chains in ways that you don't agree with. This person tweeted alongside with the chart. So looks like, Tim, do you think the BRC minting is slowing down? Is that what's happening here?
That or we're getting more miners coming in and getting stuff done. I mean, I think it is slowing down, though. I think that it had a big hype train, but we'll have to see. I long-term think, though, I was on a Spaces last night with Cryptos R Us with George, and we discussed this. I think it's going to be long-term very, very positive for miners, and will keep everything decentralized that we needed it to stay decentralized. And so I don't want the fees to stay high, but I want them to keep printing, and I want them to keep doing stuff to keep the transactions up.
Yeah. Not a bad argument. I mean, just I think it's a little bit of both. I think I agree with that first thing you said. I think there are more people coming online, turning on old rigs, and this older equipment, wasn't profitable a month ago. Oh, I just looked at the stats. It is profitable now. Let me go ahead and turn that thing on, and then boom, you have a huge shift of that, and then you're going to see a nice little decrease there. All right. Earlier yesterday, I have 7K in Pi. Didn't even know until I got the alpha in the basement. Good stuff, Radio Face. Yeah, I actually shared my Pi. If you want to know about it, we'll look at it at CT Minute. Coming soon. You see if you want to get some free money, baby. Free money. All right, there is no free lunch, though. They're probably using your data. I don't know. Someone's going to be like, no, they actually did. All right, let's talk a little Tether here, though. Stablecoin issuer Tether unveils strong Q1 numbers with Bitcoin and gold reserves. They released the results for the first quarter of 23, announcing a profit of $1.5 billion, double from 700 million in the same period last year. Interestingly, they also reported that the circulation of USDT had jumped by 20%. Yeah, I guess people didn't like USDC depegging there. Tether has a total of $3.4 billion worth of gold in its reserves, as well as a total of $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. Gold and Bitcoins constitute 4% and 2% of its total reserves. The reserves are currently at an all-time high of $2.4 billion. Speaking of that development, CTO added our net profits for the quarter, $1.5 billion, a testament to the strength and stability of our platform. We continue to monitor the risk-adjusted return on all assets within our portfolio here. Besides, Tether also continues to increase the USDT in circulation every time. During the 3-month period between January to March, they had a total of $2.4 billion in excess reserves. Looking ahead to Q2, we have an extremely positive outlook and remain committed to transparency, which is why we have introduced new categories here. They use it was like IDP Italia. I was looking into this yesterday, and it's one of these things you're going to have some people saying, look, this is vindication that Tether is good. And then you're going to have some people saying, no, this is all fake. You can't trust anything. They don't have anything. It's all vaporware. We don't know. We're not looking under the hood here. We can't really judge. We can't really say for sure. I mean, unless you're an accountant at that company, we don't know for sure. But I tend to not mind holding Tether. That's kind of where I'm at. Do you mind holding Tether?
No.
Yeah, I don't mind. If you had to choose between Tether and Circle, what are you choosing?
I mean, after more recent things, probably Tether for now, but
yeah,
honestly, I'm not choosing either one. So.
Yeah, if you have to cash out with Coinbase, you're going to want to use USDC. If you want, just probably long-term holder, I'd probably be a little bit safer with USDT. But again, this is crypto. Anything could, change at the drop of a hat there. Complete KYC, do what you want with your Pi. It's currently like 18 or whatever. Okay. I need to complete my KYC on there as well. All right. What else do we got? Halving, make it a lot more. Yeah, they'll wait till the halving. All right. Yeah, the halving's going to be pretty huge too. Are you ready for the halving?
I am. I'm ready.
I don't think I was here after the halving. Halving was first half of 2020. Was the first half of 20, yep. And we're coming up with April or May 24. And so yeah, I'll be excited. I wonder, what are we going to celebrate? You think? What should we do?
Oh, we're gonna have a party.
A Bitcoin cake or something, and we cut it in half.
Yeah, a cake would be best to cut in half instead of other things. So, yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I was just talking about celebrating Bitcoin's halving day.
Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you're like not cutting something else in half. I mean, what are you talking about? Like some sort of Bible fable? We're cutting babies in half, and you got to choose. Oh, wait, no, don't cut the baby. Oh, the baby's yours. I don't know what you're talking. Where are we going here? We're going off the rails, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of off the rails, this is what happens, man. This is what happens, guys. And it's because you haven't hit the like button. Where are we at on the likes? Have we hit 1,000?
We are only at 761. Despite the fact we have almost 3,000 people watching. So the ratio is not phenomenal.
Let's get that up. All right, guys, let's talk a little Texas. Where are my Texas people at? Hey, all the Texans. I'm watching some Texas show right now, Friday Night Lights. Texas lawmakers vote to include use of digital currencies in the state's Bill of Rights. They may soon be guaranteed the right to use crypto if they do enshrine it into their Bill of Rights here. They voted overwhelmingly in favor of an update to the Bill of Rights to include the right of people to own, hold, and use digital assets. I love this. No government shall prohibit or encumber ownership or holding of any form or any amount of money or other currency, which received 139 votes in favor and only 2 against, 2 people in the big pocket of the banks right there. That'd be my guess, or just idiots. Glass elaborated on the bill, saying that the objective of adding the right to own, hold, and use digital currencies to the Bill of Rights is to make a case in the federal judiciary to invoke the 9th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which says there are other natural rights besides those in the first 8 amendments. All unstable dollar and unstable dollar can destroy the wealth that Texans have spent a lifetime producing. Texas cannot allow global financial elites to force Texans to use and pay for their services, leaving all of their financial eggs in one basket, subject to devaluation, aka by inflation and printing money, and confiscation, aka what we saw with Canada and the truckers. The group said in an article in support of Bill HJR 146. Super in support of this. Love seeing this. Texas. I am from Texas. It makes me feel good. I was born a Texan. I was born in Houston, Texas. you ever been to Texas?
I have been to Texas a couple times, actually. Once for a conference, once for a tournament. I like Texas. It's a little hot. I grew up in Florida. I don't love Florida heat either. But
it's that beard,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, it's the beard.
I mean, go full cam here.
Go full cam.
You have full-blown gold prospector beard.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little warm and a little muggy. Are you going to trim it on the before Florida?
No, I mean, honestly, this is probably trimmed right here. It's looking red on this camera. It's definitely not a red beard.
Yeah,
but...
full-blown gold prospector named.
Yeah.
Any suggestions here? Chat, what would his gold prospector name be? Let us know. Let us know. All right. Whoop, whoop. Dallas here. Okay. Been through Texas. Took 8 days to drive through. All right. Yeah. Shout out to, I was in Dan Crenshaw's district when I was last living there. Galveston, fun vacation. Seaweed and jellyfish all along the beach. Not fun. But if you're hanging out in the truck and, just drinking beverages, it's a good time. If you're a 11-year-old boy that just wants to play in the water, no, not good. I've been stung out there by like man of wars and stuff. Not a great time. All right, let's talk a little Coinbase here and their newsletter. Flags rise of PEPE coin and BRC20 tokens irks crypto Twitter. Said meme coins allow investors to make big profits in a short period of time, but warned of long-term investing in these tokens. You guys are still mad Robinhood had all the Doge sales 2 years ago. That's all you guys are. Coinbase flagged the growth of PEPE coin and BRC20s in its latest newsletter on Wednesday. Last week, we had a whole bunch of trading volume. Obviously, people were excited about these two things. Noted that the ongoing meme mania was led by the rise of PEPE, which has grown nearly 55,000%. However, the newsletter riled up some crypto Twitter community members as it pointed out a lesser-known link of the original Pepe the Frog meme to political groups. The token based on a Pepe the Frog meme, which first surfaced nearly 20 years ago as a comic book character. Over time, it has been trollingly co-opted as a hate symbol by alt-right groups, according to ADL. ADL carries water for all NGOs and any kind of elite group. They'll just carry water for them. So I think that's what we're seeing here. It was just a friendly, funny frog, and then it became a meme. People were like, oh, we're going to troll people and say it means X, Y, or Z, even though it didn't. And then people just ran with that, like, oh, it must mean this because I saw on a forum. And then now it actually became a self-perpetuating conclusion, I guess. And here, here's a little Beeple art. Coinbase versus Pepe Army. Love seeing it. To me, it doesn't mean any of that stupid stuff. You can look at Christmas trees used to mean something, all symbols used to mean something by somebody else. It's just easy to say, hey, you know what? This slime, that represents fill in the blank. It doesn't mean that that's what it means. This is just a stupid ape. That's all it is. I will be closing my personal business accounts with Coinbase and moving them to Gemini. Pepe is not a symbol of hate. Another Pepe supporter here. Wendy had a good tweet about this. She's like, you guys want to cancel Coinbase over this, but let them slide on all these other things. Maybe your priorities aren't quite straight here. But so that, I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Let us know. What do you think? I don't. To me, it doesn't mean that whatsoever, though. That's just my 2 cents. Tim, any weighing in on this?
Yeah, we talked about it this morning on the Investing Bros show. There's a part of me that understands what they're doing, DZ.
Yeah, and I get that too.
It's the censoring. It's the lack of freedom of speech, which it's a centralized exchange. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
people can choose to use that exchange or not. It just was a little. It's a little sad to me. I didn't think they were going to do that. There's a part of me that kind of understands it, but it kind of has a little bit of wokeism there, and I don't know. I agree with Wendy. I didn't see Wendy's tweet, but if that's what she said, I agree with her. Like,
yeah, I feel like Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase feels like Twitter before the culling of 80% of their employees. It's probably co-opted. It's probably 60 to 70%. Probably have those same feelings. And then imagine you're Brian Armstrong. You're the CEO. You probably are smart enough to realize this is all a bunch of bull crap. You probably love to have all that trading volume. You probably think it's funny, and you probably wish you owned some yourself in your public wallet. But then 70% of your employees, they're like, they're just idiot NPCs. And so it's like, well, do I rock the boat and piss off 70% of my employees, or do I just go with the flow? He's probably choosing to just go with the flow, but I think he's going to snap like a Jack or a Elon, where eventually he's like either just going to step away or just, as Khaleesi says, break the wheel. All right, move over, Pepe. Ladies is the talk of the town in Musk's latest bow. Yeah, he tweeted about this, and then we saw the ladies coin. I think this is one that was up, right here. This tweet saying 3,000%. I think at one point, if you zoom out enough, it's like a 15,000%. And then this lab might know something. They bought 15 trillion with 13 ETH 1 day ago. That could just be a coincidence. I thought it was like 10 minutes ahead of time of the tweet. But if it's a day before, I wouldn't look too much into that. So some people are saying a little bit unusual. This one did purchase 8 trillion using 25 ETH, and this one was an hour before it posted the tweet. The pic. Researchers speculate it was all planned by the person that manages its tweets, although there's no concrete evidence to support that claim. I definitely don't think it was Zach weighed in. Stop sending your funds to blatant meme coin pre-sale scams. The account previously had usernames like this and this before the latest scam. Cannot believe they just got 63 ETH in 1 hour. Will it replace PEPE to be the next heavily hyped meme coin? I think that's a pretty easy no, but I mean, who knows? This is crypto. I could be wrong. What are your thoughts of that wallet buying 25 ETH 1 hour before the tweet? I definitely don't think Elon's sitting here trying to hustle up little baby amounts of money to him. He's the world's second richest man, I believe, at this point. What's your theory?
I don't know if I have one, honestly.
Do you think it's a coincidence, or do you think it's a social media manager?
Very few things, DZ, are coincidences. So there are some. There's some out there. They're rare.
All right. Well, let's assume you think it wasn't it's all right. So you think it's Elon or a social media manager?
Social media manager.
Yeah,
I don't think Elon would do that.
Yeah, of course not. That'd be so. The downside compared to the upside is just like a 1,000 to 1 ratio, and he's pretty good at looking at the second and third order consequences of things. All right. Let's look. Speaking of Elon, Twitter to launch encrypted direct messages with voice and video chat to follow. Could be launching encrypted direct messaging competitor to WhatsApp. He said, as the CEO outlined plans to boost communication features on the social media service. Encryption in messages means that only the sender and receiver are able to see the message. In theory, Twitter and Musk would not be able to see it or intercept direct messages between the people. Intelligence agencies, that'd be another story. Elon did say, even with a gun to my head, I would not be able to see it. He does want to add voice and video, and saying that you can talk to people anywhere in the world without giving them a phone number. We talked about this on ATB last night, so make sure you check out ATB. We have some pretty good takes, so we won't talk about this too much, so check out last night's episode here. All right, one more headline here. We got, I think one more. Yeah, we got a couple more here. We have Cardano founder posts unusual tweet about meme coin Snake. This is one I put the JPEG junkies on super early. I think we all got about a 15, 20x. It is now down, I would say 50, 60% from the all-time high. So, if you got in late, you're feeling some pain. If you got in early, you're still celebrating. You're still quite up 7x or so. He posted a rather unusual tweet this time about Snake. Usually he tweets about latest developments in the Cardano ecosystem, but it seems like the latest meme coin mania caught his attention. I think I like a tweet. We'll see it a CT Minute brought to you by Stake. I think he's known for being a top signal, so just be careful out there, folks. He did tweet, with monthly releases and rapid growth, Lace is coming along very well. Full open source and auto reports for the next cycle. So if you're wondering what's up with the actual nuts and bolts of ADA, he is still feeling good, feeling bullish, and tighten up those laces, folks, because we might be slam dunking on some of these L1s here. Animoca Brands reports $3.4 billion of assets in an interim financial update here. Shows $194 million in cash, $500 million in digital assets, and $2.7 in off-balance sheet token reserves for other majority-owned Web3 subsidiaries. So, okay, it looks like they have equity in some of these crypto companies, and so they have a lot of money, maybe, a lot of assets there. All right, we ready for the CT Minute brought to you by Stake? Let's roll that thing, man. Oh, 2 new ones. There's 2 new ones that just dropped on the slots. Check them out.
Hey.
Super chat by Clinton. Can you show us BAM on CoinGecko so we buy the right one? It is not on CoinGecko. It is on CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko coming soon. I think there's 2 exchanges coming soon. So if you don't know how to buy it on Uniswap, you can get on, I think, Poloniex. But I think there's 2 more coming potentially. That's what I heard on Twitter. I don't know. So yeah, you can't find it on CoinGecko. You can find it on CoinMarketCap. It actually is. I was looking. It's supposed to be up. I was looking at it earlier. All right. That's why I look at CoinGecko, so I can look at my memes on CoinMarketCap without you guys looking at them. All right. But yeah, appreciate the super chat there. All right. Let's see. I don't think I have too many tweets here. Yeah, I just thought this was a good quote tweet. This wasn't even real, so I'm actually going to delete this because it looks like it was not. Oh, I'm not signed in, so I can't delete it. All right. Let's look at the likes here. That's unfortunate. All right. First one, we have Dianne Feinstein returns to the Senate. This picture was taken yesterday, I believe. This is her. She is 89 years old. Now, I'm not here to talk about term limits. I'm not here to talk about cognitive decline. I'm not talking about would you even trust this person to work those smallest tasks at any kind of department store. I'm thinking, what's even the easiest job in the world? I would be hesitant to hire this person. I'm not talking about any of that. No, we're talking about some of her unusual trades because her net worth has skyrocketed to over 200 million. So I'm not talking about an inability to do a job. I'm talking about the shadiness of the trades ahead there. So yeah, if just in case you were wondering what DZ was peeved at there, that's what I'm peeved at. All right, guys, this one is a fun one for the chat, and I'm gonna ask Tim. I'm gonna ask you two. Drew, which topping does not belong? For me, it's going to be between onion and mustard, but I'm okay with mustard. It's got to be onions. Onions do not belong. I can probably do about everything else on there. No onions, though. Tim, what are you not putting on?
Okay, so do we only choose
just one? You have to.
Because I hate both. I hate both pickles and tomatoes. But if I had to choose one of them, I think I could deal better with the pickle than the tomato. What about you, Drew?
Mayo.
And let us know in the chat.
No,
what is the least favorite
the
thing of these 9s? You hate mayo. You can't do mayonnaise, huh?
No white sauce unless it's Alfredo.
You can do Alfredo. That is a milk-based sauce. Can you do the Yum Yum sauce at Chinese restaurants? The white sauce. You can't do the white sauce at Chinese restaurants. Ranch?
Nope.
You can't do ranch. Nope. Oh my God. People are saying bacon? Nope. Colin, that better be a pork thing because I swear to God, if you don't like bacon. All right. Onion. A lot of onions. Bacon. Get out of here with bacon, okay? Bacon is the best thing on there. Maybe cheese. Maybe I'm choosing cheese over bacon. But bacon is definitely a top 2 item there.
Yeah, cheese and bacon would definitely be a close.
Okay. All right. Call. Mustard. It's onions. I think it's onions. I think we don't like onions. Pickles. Pickles is a close second. It's onions, pickles, and mustard are the top 3 here. All right. All right. Pink sauce. Okay. All right. Here we have another tweet by Balaji, just talking about how we have how wrecked the economy. They'll try to print trillions first, then they'll try to seize your Bitcoin, just like FDR. But some states are fighting it, like Texas. So big support of what they got going on in Texas. Blockchain Basement. That show is going to be shortly. I'm going to be on Blockchain Basement, so make sure you check out today's episode here. Did you see this one where the congressman said maybe we do print money out of thin air? But look, you got these crypto bros printing money out of thin air. Sure, maybe we print money out of thin air, but we're the U.S. government. I think that's a pretty like 100%.
The question is, if we go back to him, did he say thin air or thin hair? You know what's crazy, DZ? You have more hair than him. You have more hair than him. Look at that. I can see the follicles.
It's too late to walk back your little insult here. It's too late. It's like saying, oh man, some girl, your peen's so small, but it's bigger than the ants. It's a little too late. It's a little too late. All right. Let's see. Next one we have. What an insane day in the world of AI. Huge announcements. If you want a quick breakdown of the rundown, quick shout out to J Chains. J Chains talking just a little comparison of 2 different coins. How one is, I think, 4 days old. And he talks about this is where Pepe was at 4 days. Pretty cool thing there. T-Shroom just showing a little love here. So, hey, if you want to follow T-Shroom, pretty easy name to remember. 4,524. Maybe we can get them up to like 4,555 or something today, or 4,569. That would be cool too. So if you want to show a little love there, what I did a reply with this. I don't know what the heck it was. It's just a fun, Brock Lesnar, scary guy. Someone I would not want to seeing the other side of the alley when he's pissed off at me. All right, who's more powerful, this woman or him? All right, that was mean. That was mean. All right, what do we got next? We got rate this niche coming up. Anything you want to add here
to the Twitter?
Just to anything in life.
I love you, DZ. That's what I want to add.
Okay.
To this point in life, and again, you have a better head of hair than Sherman.
It's again too late. It's too late, man.
You know, I got to try to make my way back in your good graces.
Mayo is mayonnaise, egg whites, and vegetable oil. Gross, disgusting. I like both those things. I like egg. Egg yolk, superior to egg whites. Ants need loving too. Hey, I mean, don't they outweigh us? That's another thing that it's like roly-polies and beetles and ants, I think definitely outweigh us here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Sorry, Sasa PRCIC. I am trying. You know what? This one, the rest of the show is dedicated to you. You tell those where you want us to go. Pepe, Jesus Christ. No, I'm not jumping into any more freaking random coins like that. All right, we're going to do rate this niche, and it is going to be crypto conferences. And should we do like, all right, so we got a comparison here. They're both going to be in the same week at the same time. We have everybody, it feels like, at this, where I work at Hit Network, going to this one. But me, Taco, and Kat, we're going to this one, and that is VCon. Which one is going to be better? I think it's going to be pretty clear. I am super into NFTs. I still think I'd rather go to Bitcoin. I have a mutant ape, which vastly outdwarfs how much Bitcoin I have. I'd still rather go to Bitcoin conference. Bitcoin conference is going to be in Miami, so it has them beat by the city. Nothing against Indianapolis. We love Indianapolis. We love all Indians. We love from India. We love Native Americans, and we love people from Indiana. I like all Indians of all types here. Indianapolis, though, I don't think you think of Indianapolis when you think of like a high, excitement city, right? It's like you got Vegas, New York, Miami, LA, Indianapolis is like number 6, right? It's number 6. It's top 10,
I don't know. Pat McAfee's there, and he's the life of a party.
Pat McAfee?
You don't know who Pat McAfee is?
No, is that some sort of football coach or something?
Okay, DZ.
Is this like one of those people that like throws a leather ball in some direction or something, or like
do you want to talk more about Sherman and thin hair? Is that what we're gonna go back to now?
All right. Moving on here. So this one's going to be a celebration of Bitcoin, and this one, this is the Bitcoin conference, and we have VCon. It's going to be a celebration of Gary V and NFTs. This one is going to probably have not as good as guests. Hey, Neil Patrick Harris, Drew Barrymore. I didn't know she was going to be there. We have a Busta Rhymes show. Andrew Schultz, if you like,
Andrew
that
Schultz
podcast. Yeah, if you like part of them. But this one's going to have a cool after party. I've been to both after parties. Bitcoin after party, a little bit cooler than the Steve Aoki after show. Now, look, maybe we have maybe this is going to be the best VCon ever. It's going to be the second one, so probably not that going to be that difficult. So I'm being bullish on what VCon can accomplish, but I mean, they're both going to be fun. If I had to choose one, and budget wasn't an option or a worry, yeah, definitely going to Bitcoin Miami. But guys, it would be very, very expensive compared to Indianapolis. So if I was in the area, if I like lived in Illinois, Indianapolis, Wisconsin, I don't know, if I was driving distance, hey, I would not have any issue going to VCon, especially if you're really into garage sales and gratitude and fuck your parents. If you're into like any of the VCon type of stuff, content, going to be an awesome time though. What are your thoughts on Gary V?
Yeah, I don't know if I really have a firm one. The dude just says outrageous things that it's almost like it's like you understand where the thought began, but it's like where he goes down with the thoughts. Just like how did you go that far down that road? So, but
he really preaches gratitude, which I think is a good message.
Yeah, he preaches. But I'm just talking about like if you see some of his like motivational like TikToks that have gone viral, where it's like the thought, like it's like I was there. With you, man.
The main funny quote they make fun of is him saying "F your parents,"
or the one that he's like, if you want to be successful, you need to wake up every morning and just picture your entire family dies. And I'm like, I hear you. I get you. You need to be desperate, but why did you have to bring the family into this, Gary? So
yeah, it's a really good thing where I could, I'm going to use this for DZ wisdom. I was going to talk about leverage, but no, I think we're going to talk about, I think there's something there. I think I might be able to pull something out of the you-know-what. All right. So what about garage sailing and hustling and flipping, coffee mugs? I mean, did you ever flip Pokemon cards or anything like? Were you ever any kind of collectibles?
Yeah, so we've talked about this before, DZ. I'm not a Pokemon guy. You've tried to take me down that rabbit hole on around the blockchain, and I'm just not going. I wasn't allowed to use it, and then when I got older, didn't see a point. But my best friend growing up was that garage sale guy. Like, he legitimately, he would find these like strollers. He was an expert on strollers. I don't know why. He'd find these strollers he'd buy for like $20 and then turn around and sell them on eBay for like $400, $500. And so he paid for his college yard selling.
Okay. Now, you never did sports cards? Baseball cards? Done?
I played sports, DZ. I wasn't out
you're
there
one
just
of those
collecting
people.
the cards.
Yeah, I don't live vicariously through pieces of cardboard. I'm out there tossing the pigskin myself. One of those people. Nothing wrong with that.
That's who I am, yeah.
Is that a good impression of you? Like
spot on, honestly, yeah.
All right. I don't live vicariously through another man's jockstrap. You hear me? I like Bitcoin. That's my alpha tech bro.
There we go.
All right. Maybe there's a little character brewing here. I might have a little something here. All right. Let's talk about pick a coin, and we're gonna throw out 3. And I'm interested in what you guys are gonna pick as well.
Yeah.
It's
looking like Matic of the 3.
Oh, we did a poll. All right, so it is Matic. All right, so we had Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon, aka Matic. So it looks like Matic had it. All right, so these are L2s. These are coins that exist on top of the EVM, which is the Ethereum Virtual Machine, which is the world's strongest supercomputer. Just think of it as the smart contract layer for Ethereum here. There's going to be some tech guys like, you described it poorly. So Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism are things that exist on top of Ethereum to help do transactions that make things a little bit cheaper. We're seeing what it costs to transact on Ethereum. Sometimes it gets really expensive. $50, $150. Wouldn't it be cool to do something for 50 cents, $1.50? Well, these L2s allowed that to happen. And so it's really good for gaming, and it's really good for instant settlements. Think of a coffee shop. A coffee shop, I sent some ETH today. It was like $4.50. Coffee shop can't spend $4.50 every time you want to buy a cup of coffee. But if you wanted to use Polygon, then you're looking at, a fee that is in line with Visa and MasterCard, maybe 5 cents, 10 cents, 20, something like that. So it's a little bit easier to swallow for fast payments, and it's a lot easier to swallow for video game transactions. You're playing Fortnite and you update because you just won the battle royale or you lost the battle royale. Well, that is an event that needs to go on the blockchain to say, this player won, this player got second place, this guy got last place, this guy's gun shot this person in the head. Let's all put it on the blockchain in case they want to sell that gun later. You can see, that gun shot Tfue, that gun shot Ninja. That's a cool gun. I want to buy that. That would need to be a transaction. You can't pay $8 every time you play Fortnite because you need to inscribe something on a blockchain. That's where Polygon would come in. That's where you see IMX come in with what they're doing with Gods Unchained. So Polygon is probably the most established of all the L2s. They have huge partnerships with legacy brands, legacy media, and just strong brands like Starbucks and Disney and just the biggest corporations in the world. They are working with Polygon. So to me, I'm also most bullish on it. However, I think a lot of the pumps are gone, right? The market cap is so large. Let's look right here, see what it is. So we have Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism coming in first, second, and third. Polygon is $7.8 billion. And right here, we only have 1.4, and here we have $500 million. So this could do a 15x. Optimism could do a 15x, and then it is Polygon's market cap. So Polygon to rise, to a giant market cap, there could be more upside potential, Optimism and Arbitrum. But if I had to hold one for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, I'm probably going to go with Polygon because to me, they have the highest odds of surviving multiple bear markets. And that would be my pick a coin choice here. Would you pick the same one as well? Now, Optimism for speculation, Polygon for safety and, longevity.
No, I think you hit it right on the head there. I think the other two could be very exciting. And I think that there's gains to be made. But I think if you're, like you said, you're talking about not just this next bull market, we're talking about the bull market after that one.
Yeah, Polygon's and I have all four. I have Polygon, Arbitrum, Immutable X, and Optimism. I can't tell you which bag is bigger. They're all pretty close. If anything, if I were to buy more, though, probably would buy Polygon because this is the safest one, probably needs to make up a higher percentage of my portfolio because Optimism does, 3x relative to Polygon. It'll end up being a larger portion of my portfolio than Cadena is a good buy right now. Was possible 2025. I feel like they almost entered too soon in the bear market, and you need to be closer to the tail end of the bear market because our memories are just so short in crypto. Now, I'm not saying it's not a strong project. I'm just saying, its time of release is a little unfortunate given where the market's. It was just so downward. It's just the momentum was heading down so hard. It's going to be hard for them to turn that ship around. All right, Terra. All right, this day in crypto. Sad day. It is the Terra crash anniversary. Community reflects on the lessons learned. We were talking about this, how we were close to a year ago, I think Monday or Tuesday. Isn't it crazy this was a year ago? Does it feel like a year ago?
No, it feels like it just happened.
It was I remember it was the Steady Lads tweet right before the collapse was early this week. And we were talking about like, God, Steady Lads was a year ago. Now the collapse. Yeah. Now we're at the collapse. The collapse was a year ago. That means I feel like FTX is like going to be right around the corner. Then next thing you know, we'll have 2025. It's a bull market.
We'll get the Celsius and then we'll get the FTX. Yeah. And you know what's great? I was talking with the guys this morning, like literally a year and like 2 weeks ago, we were hailing Luna as like this great new savior, this hero in crypto, backing Luna with Bitcoin. It was going to make everything take off.
Market buying. 38K market buys. He doesn't care.
I mean, it's a valuable lesson on this anniversary to remember, despite the fact that things can look really, really good, you still want to invest with caution. There's nothing that's 100% a guarantee. And even though we don't think things like that would happen to some of these other large altcoins, disaster can strike if you're not careful. And so you got to make sure you're diversified so that it doesn't destroy you with one fell swoop.
Lee Cod, no real answers. Well, here's a real answer. I'm not sure, but you could find it by Dex Screener or dextools.io. So then check out that guy's original Twitter, and then you could check yourself. And so it's a good thing about the blockchain. So Dex Screener or dextools.io, and you'll be able to find that. All right, just on this anniversary here, crypto community reflects on the lessons learned from the event that wiped out $40 billion ecosystem and caused Bitcoin to drop from 28 to 19K. While it was undoubtedly painful, it also served as a wake-up call for the industry to focus on liquidity, transparency, and user protection, and reminded us, not your keys, not your crypto here. Yeah, it was a very, very painful time. Overall, the reaction to the anniversary is mixed, with some still feeling the pain and others looking to the future with optimism. While we still face significant challenges, it is clear the lessons learned are still relevant today as we grapple with issues of liquidity, interoperability, and user protection. The collapse shocked the industry, and the community's reflections offers insight into the importance of responsible leadership in the crypto world. Always a good thing. We love seeing responsible leadership. Cobra Kai never dies. That's what I know. Did you like Cobra Kai?
I do.
I loved it. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm watching it and saying, man, this isn't good, but I'm hooked.
It's like I was watching it the other day, actually, and my wife was like, why the heck are you watching this stupid show? And I was like, I don't know. Like, the acting is terrible, but the storyline is good. And I grew up, like, even though it's way before me, it's like I grew up watching Karate Kid. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid. So I
like how Johnny, when he tells his side of the story, Caruso's the a-hole.
I love it. Well,
yeah, I'm just sitting there talking to my girl. This guy comes in, karate kicks me in my back with my head turned.
Were you a fan of How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
I love that show too, and then that's what Barney does. Barney, he's a fan of all the villains. Yeah, and one of his favorite was the Karate Kid.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris gonna be at VCon.
Yep,
I'll tell him you were thinking about him if I get to walk up to him. Cobra Kai sucks.
That's my
very
wife.
Previous message. Cobra Kai was great. All right, so we have mixed feelings. We have mixed feelings on it. Hokey but awesome. That's how I would describe it. There's a guy in my gym. I used to call him what's his face? The short guy, Johnny's son, the real son. I said, man, you look like a fake.
What is his name? Robbie?
Robbie? Fake old Bobby over here. Planet Fitness. I need to cancel you, by the way. I'm at any time. I need to hurry up and cancel. It's like $10 a month. You don't think about it.
The mistake you made was signing up.
BTC I could buy.
The mistake you made was signing up at Planet Fitness, DZ.
Well, it's right there.
Did you do
There's
it for
nothing wrong with
Did you do it for Pizza Day? Is that what they have, Pizza Fridays or something? And that's
now I wanted the lunk alarm to get called on me for having water that's above 20 ounces here.
Gotcha.
Lee Ka, hey, yeah, that's what I'm here to answer. I'm awesome. Joe Ryan, I would counter trade that position here. I think it's going to turn up in Sweden. It's hard to get some crypto without needing tax so much. Like Polygon, XRP are expensive. Okay. All right. Cobra Kai never dies, all right, in my heart at least. All right, let's get into the XRP section brought to you by stake.us. Check it out. All right, Ripple-backed Flare launches API portal on Google Cloud. Reminds me, I'm getting Solana vibes here. It's a Ripple-backed EVM protocol has unveiled its latest partnership with Google Cloud. As reported by the protocol, its API portal is now integrated with their cloud marketplace, a move that allows anyone to use this Google Cloud to enjoy easy access to all of API portal's current APIs via their existing Google Cloud account. Some are going to see this as a positive. Some builders, some decentralized people are going to see this as a negative. Oh, you're relying on Google. Now it's even more centralized. But XRP is not known for being decentralized. And so it's like, are we really complaining about, it's like complaining about the Lamborghini having low visibility. It's like, well, is that really like why you're in a Lamborghini? So it's like, are you really in XRP for decentralization? That would be my explanation here. The Google partnership is a notable one as it helps Flare Network to launch onto the bigger tech scene, giving everyone connected to it the room to experience the innovation is contributing to the evolution of Web 3.0. Other protocols, we have Algorand, BNB, Bitcoin, Doge, ETH, Flare, Litecoin, Songbird, and XRP. Are they talking about integration? Gain, okay, okay, this is for the Flare network, so they support these things right here. Yeah, Flare trying to be, would you say it's a fair assessment trying to say that Flare trying to be like kind of the polka dot? The chain that talks to all chains.
Sure, let's go with it, yeah.
All right, just put 30K pounds into top 10 projects. What do you expect my returns to be in the, I couldn't see the last part. Scroll it.
Scroll.
All the way. Scroll it. There you go.
This way.
All right. What do you returns to be in the next bull run? From these levels, where do we have? I would just say I'm just going to use Bitcoin here. Bitcoin currently is, my thesis is around 88K, 90K. I'm looking at maybe 4x, maybe over. I'm guessing over 100. I'm guessing over 100. Planet Fitness equals the FTT of gyms.
Ooh.
I can't counter that. I can't counter that.
Yeah.
All right, DZ Wisdom here. What were we talking? We were talking about Gary V. Gary V pushes, F your mother. Nah, think of your parents dead and you're holding your child. What is he trying to do right there? I'll tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to inspire motivation. The lazy person on his couch. I just, I will do that thing. I will wake up at 6:30 on a Saturday and try to get figurines and coffee mugs. I will inspire myself with this saying here. And, then I'm going to get this inspiration. It's going to motivate me. That is not the right way to look at it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is a good initial tool to break the ice here, right? We need momentum here. The real tool is going to be discipline. I don't really believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. Discipline is going to get you to the finish line. Motivation gets you to tie your laces and show up to the marathon. Discipline gets you to finish that marathon. And there's nothing wrong with motivation. Sometimes we need motivation to get to the point where discipline kicks in. But be disciplined. Don't be motivated. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline can last forever. That's all I got. Be disciplined and hit that like button. That's all we got. DZ out. Hey. Which way?